this is the first step. And it's the same thing, just as you walk into a bookstore and you're going to buy a book. You're going to go right to that section and you're going to just pick up that book. You know exactly which book you want. And then, it also goes into a little bit of the flashlight of thought energy. And there is a huge rabbit hole that we can go into on that topic alone. But with reality transurfing, it talks about the point. Your mind acts as a transmitter. So we talk about the reticular activating system, right? The mind being a receiver and a transmitter. That's the reticular activating system. So we're broadcasting our frequencies, and and it will match a sector in the space of variations or in the space of alternatives, that that particular version of reality becomes your life track. So when we implement and practice this mental broadcasting, we're creating a movie in our mind. We're using our internal vision. Now, some people don't actually see things when they close their eyes, and they might say, Deni, my third eye is blocked. I don't see anything. Well, first of all, when you have your physical eyes open, the third eye closes. So the first thing we do is we close our physical eyes and the third eye opens. And some people just will see black. Some people might see faces. Some people might see words. Some people might hear memories, depending on which of your senses is the strongest. People who are kinesthetic will have feelings. So these are what you're broadcasting into your reality like a flashlight. You're creating a point. And when we have these awarenesses, we notice that when our flashlight is pointed at what we don't want, it has a tendency, because our reptilian brain is on high alert, especially if the nervous system doesn't feel safe. Our reptilian brain is on high alert, and that puts us in fear, anger, in debt, worry. So every time we obsess over a problem, we're fueling its materialization in the mirror world. And we're going to go into that chapter in detail. So when we intentionally point our flashlight toward the target slide, and so you can actually imagine this when you close your physical eyes and open your internal eyes. Imagine you have a big giant movie screen in front of you, and there are images being put up, sometimes smells, sometimes experiences. And let that flash of light onto your internal visual screen, because we have our external 3D screen, right? We can create that internal visual screen using the flashlight method. And this may take practice because we haven't really trained or utilized our organ this way. So when we intentionally point our flashlight toward the target slide, that internal screen, the mental picture of your goal, it's already achieved. Now, the mind is going to not believe it because it doesn't see the path on how that's going to happen. But then we get into solving the guardian's riddle, reducing importance, and listening to the rustle of the morning stars. So what I'd like to do is share the next video, which is all of chapter 1. And let me know in the comments what you got from this as well.